Hey, good morning. This is John Michael Gouroulet, and I'm going to be doing a presentation on the book of Enoch, the Patriot Enoch. This is going to be the book right here, the book of Enoch, and it's written by Elias Ben Sion. The guy who writes his book, well, I'm going to start off with the beginning of the book of Enoch, complete collection with ancient and modern commentary. Explore 1, 2, and 3 Enoch Apocrypha with scholarly insight. With a scholar's insight, ancient revelations, and an accessible guide to their historical significance. Written by Elias Ben Sion. So we're going to start off this morning because we're doing the 7 stories about the Archangels. We did the first 3 in my last video, and we're going to be doing who are the 7 Archangels. The first one was Michael, means who is like God and is regarded as a chief warrior of heaven, defending God's people against evil forces. Gabriel, whose name means God is my strength, is the great messenger of God, delivering pivotal revelations in both Old and New Testament writings. Raphael means God heals and is known as an archangel of healing, guidance, protection, appearing prominently in the book of Tobit. Uriel, God is my light, is associated with divine wisdom and judgment, often portrayed as a heavenly herald who warns of impending disasters. Serial means command of God and is one of the watcher angels mentioned in Enoch. Linked to the paths of the moon and the teaching of celestial knowledge. Serial is an archangel, one of them who stands before God, one of the 7 angels who stands before God. Raguel, another archangel, meaning friend of God, is an angel of justice, fairness, and harmony, tasked with restoring balance among the angelic host. Remiel means thunder of God, another archangel. Remiel, or mercy of God, and is seen as a guide who leads the faithful towards resurrection, symbolizing hope at the final judgment. Okay, there's one more here. They mention Azazel. Azazel is a fallen angel, and we're going to be reading about him in Leviticus chapter 16, verses 8 to 10. Possibly meaning the strength of God or goat of departure, is a fallen watcher who imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity and played a central role in human corruption. And we are going to be going through all of these archangels and a lot of these fallen watchers that Enoch is writing about in his text. And just to let you know that Enoch was a scribe and he is the writer of these manuscripts. And it says right here, the books of Enoch survived through a remarkable chain of culture preservation. In the Ethiopian tradition, the text was carefully copied by scribes, often in illuminated manuscripts, and read alongside other ancient scriptures. Unlike in Europe, where the book was deemed non-canonical, non-canonical and excluded from the Bible. Ethiopian Christians continue to treat Enoch's writings with respect and reverence. Manuscript transmission was far from perfect. Copying by hand over centuries introduced variations, omissions, and occasional scribal notes, making modern reconstruction a deliberate scholarly task. Yet the remarkable consistency of the core narrative, especially in the Book of the Watchers, shown how devoted the scribes were to preserving its message. The archaeological insights and datings, the manuscripts. The dating of Enoch manuscripts relies on a combination of paleography, the study of ancient handwritings, carbon dating, and comparative textual analysis. The Dead Sea Scrolls fragment of Enoch have been dated to between 200 and 100 BCE, placing them firmly within the culture and religion unhavels of the Second Temple era. These scrolls not only confirm the antiquity of the work, but also revealed that Enoch existed in multiple versions and translations long before the Ethiopian Jiz text became the most complete surviving form. Scholars now recognize that parts of Enoch likely originated a century earlier, possibly as far back as the 3rd century BCE. Okay, we're going to be talking about the Watchers also, the Watchers and the Nephilim. And who were the Watchers? The term Watchers comes from the Aramaic word arin, meaning those who are awake or those who watch. In the Book of Enoch, the Watchers are a class of angels tasked with observing and guiding humanity. According to the narrative, these beings were originally assigned to guard and instruct mankind in righteousness. Their station was high, their power great, and their knowledge profound. Yet, in their dramatic turn, a fraction of these Watchers abandoned their heavenly post, descending to earth out of desire for the daughters of men. This rebellion against divine boundaries set in motion one of the most infamous episodes in biblical and extra-biblical tradition. Yet, led by the angel Simjaza, or that's one of the leaders. The other leader was Azazel, could be the same fallen angel. 200 Watchers made a pact on Mount Hermon, swearing an oath to take human wives and bear children with them. This act was more than forbidden love. It was a breach of cosmic law, an intrusion of the divine into human realm in a way God had not ordained. Their descent was a corruption of the original mission. Instead of guiding humanity toward God, they introduced forbidden knowledge, weapon making, sorcery, astrology, and other skills that would lead to violence, idolatry, and mortal decay. So, you can learn a lot about this stuff about these watchers in Genesis chapter 6. Well, I'll read here in a minute. The pronunciation guide. The Apocrypha of this book, which they call is Apocrypha, the ancient writing related to biblical themes but not part of the standard Protestant canon. So the Jerusalem Bible has 73 books, and it has the book of Enoch and the 1 and 2 Esdras, and the 7 books of the 72 Jewish scholars who wrote the books in Greek, so the Greek could understand it. The Septuagint is what it's called, but you won't find that in the Protestant canon. Azazel was the fallen watcher book of Enoch associated with leading humanity into corruption. So Samyaza and Azazel could be the same fallen angel. So let me read you real quick Genesis chapter 6. And this also talks about Enoch. Okay, it says the sons of God and women. When the people began numerous on the earth, and daughters had been born to them, the sons of God, looking at the women, saw how beautiful they were, and married as many of them as they could. Yahweh said, "My spirit cannot be indefinitely responsible for human beings who are only flesh, yet the time allowed each be 120 years old." That's how much all the years that humanity would be able to live is 120. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and I believe the Nephilim were born from the fallen angels to the women that were the daughters of men. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and even afterwards, when the sons of God restored it to the women and had children by them, these were the heroes of the days gone by, men of renown. So, okay, so you can read about that in Genesis chapter 6. The sons of God were the fallen watchers, and the Nephilim were born to them. They were giants in those days. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this one here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start another one because this is a little lengthy. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one right here, and I'm going to go ahead and start another one. Have a good day. I'll be right back.